All right, everyone, here we go with June 2026. I'm going to take this overview reading and pull on you. After my June write-up, you got some fresh flow coming your way, right? Let's get a theme energy here. We're going to pull a pyramid because that's what we do for the monthly readings. I'll extend this one, but let's pull on you. All right, let's see where we go here. Look at that. Look at you. Look at you. Right, Leo energy. We talked about that too with Jupiter moving into Leo at the end of the month. That move influences the whole fucking month. The final grand finale of it of Jupiter in Cancer. Oh my God. Underneath that, the Nine of Wands, the end of something. The Ace of Swords, and there it is. There's Judgment. You have ahead of you a divinely guided month. That's the easiest. That seems to be the theme here. Provided you take some of the advice I gave you in the write-up, the lazy feng shui will certainly do you some good. That's important. You definitely want to make sure you move something. You change something in your environmental energy to allow for fresh flow to have a place to flow. If it doesn't, it'll get backed up. It'll get stuck behind this. And when something gets backed up, it tends to flow sideways. It'll miss you. Okay? That's all I can say. The new flow is not going to mix with the old flow. It's different energy. All right, let's shuffle the deck. Let's see where we go. Top of the row here is your feelings in June 2026. Middle is how other people see you. The bottom of the pyramid is a potential final outcome for you. All right, let's see. I'll clarify whatever needs clarifying. And we'll throw some universe cards at the end. And you bet your sweet asses we're going to extend this one. We'll clarify with the witches, which has a hangman at the bottom. Interesting. Perspective again. Perspective is great. You know, people see it as a cop-out sometimes in horoscopes. Oh, perspective. Perspective is valuable, okay? There's a whole world out there right now that doesn't have perspective, which is why a lot of shit is happening that shouldn't be happening, right? You need to step back for a moment. You know, take a look around. All right. Anyway, here's what it is. Ah, these cards, they keep flying out. Overall energy of your pyramid is a star, a magician, and a king of cups, and a fucking empress. Yeah. This is as close to Rainbow Unicorn Steve as you're going to get. This is the overall energy of the pyramid I'm pulling on you in the monthly overview for June 2026. Take a note. Write it down in your diary. Write it down on your calendar. Steve pulled a happy reading. Maybe. Maybe. It might go to shit. But so far, it really, if I'm to pick a topic that it wants to talk about, you get a shot at something you never had a shot at before. I don't know what that means. Something it could be also you get a shot at something you didn't think you'd ever have a shot at. In other words, you didn't even whatever. I'll put it out there, but I don't even believe it's going to happen. You dare not let yourself feel. There's your victory right there. I want to see if I was right. I mean, that's an easy way to describe the energy, right? This new energy that's flowing to you brings a breath of fresh air, of transformation into your life quite a bit. Let's see where we go. How do your feelings for June 2026? Five of Wands. That's not surprising. Seven of Wands. Yeah. All right, you can erase it from your diary now. I'm just kidding. And a Page of Swords. I get it. You know, when I took a moment to think about it because I'm going to say something. It doesn't apply to all of you. I'll read this a couple of different ways. I'll read this in, but I get it. When I write my blog articles for the month, I'm energy reading, right? That's why they read like I talk. If you imagine my voice in your head, all the fucking this and fucking that are in the write-ups. You know, it's all there. So that being said, as I was reading the energy, as I was writing the article, especially about the lazy feng shui shit, I said to myself, people are going to think there's a whole stack of people, a percentage, 40%, I put a number on it, something around there, are going to think this is just nonsense. I'm not going to do that. Oh, he's just whatever. I'm not going to not going to matter if I switch from a blue pen to a black pen or change my browser fucking theme or something like that, which actually, I said in that article, browser themes hold a lot of energy because we keep them in place for a long time. That's a big change, actually. It changes how you look at every web page you go to, the color you choose subconsciously, right? I tell you what. Anyway, whatever. Again, the skeptic thing. It is a bit of that. Your feelings here are coming across. See, I know it didn't work. I knew it wouldn't work. See? It's a bit of that. There's defensive. I'm going to try it. I'm going to rise up and fight. But you're defensive about it. You're defensive. You're waiting. You're like bracing for impact. Now, that's for a percentage of you watching. That's not for all of you. Okay? For the rest of you, if you do anything with doubt, there's just a shit ton of, well, I've been disappointed before. You know, I hired a feng shui guru, Steve. He came and rearranged my house, did everything, didn't do shit. So I'm not fucking taking your advice or whatever. I mean, I don't know. Whatever the case, there's this energy of feeling like I'm just going to be disappointed, so you put in a half-ass effort. I want you to be careful about that. This can be changed, okay? It's just the way it reads, and it might play out that way. You know, again, a lot of times moving one little thing to allow for fresh energy flow could just be setting up energy. And I know people hate it when people like me say that, oh, you're just covering your ass, right? No, I'm not. There's no June calendar month in the fucking energy. A lot of stuff that sets up in June may not happen till later in the year, right? Think about even in 3D energy, your life. You decide to buy a house in June. You decide to buy it. So you go around, you talk to mortgage companies, you see what you can get, you figure out your down payment, and then you end up buying one maybe in November or December, right? It was setting up in June for something that played out later. So it's not bullshit. The energy works the same way. So try to keep that in mind, all right? All right, anyway. I felt the negativity when I was writing the blog article. I did, at least from a percentage of people. Even the rest of you are a little bit half-assed about going into the month because of past disappointments. Don't let past disappointments get you down. Work on overcoming that tendency this month. How do other people see you? Chariot and the Knight of Wands. Other people see you moving forward. Other people see you determined. Other people see you whatever. This is in your gut. This is underneath. I'm reading the energy. Yeah, I see you. Okay, Steve, I'll move my fucking thing over here to the left side of my desk. Fine. I'll change my desktop picture. Fine. I'll fill those vases. Fine. Right? Whatever. But if you're going to do it with that attitude, then it's what I said before. I said it in the blog article. I know I did. I said, whatever you do, make sure you're happy with it. If you're going to change your browser theme, don't change it to something you hate. Make sure you're excited to open it the next day. Make sure you're happy with it. Otherwise, you're going to attract a negative flow. Like energy attracts like energy. So your space that you've created will be filled with negative energy and disappointment. So again, other people see you doing stuff. Wow. They're changing some things. Wow. You know, your energy feels different to other people around you. But underneath it, you feel like it's just going to be a disappointment. It's, stupid, but I'll do it. Whatever. I'll change the stupid pen or whatever. If you're going to have that kind of attitude, skip it. I'm telling you right now, that's the kind of shit that gets most people, which I tell you never to be, into trouble. They do it to themselves. Pessimists do it to themselves. And they always end their lives with a huge amount of regret, And what's interesting, too, is right after you die, you get to feel a lot of things. You get to feel how you made all the other people around you feel. The only one judging you is you. There isn't any, standing at the pearly gates. There isn't any of that. It's you get to feel how you made other people feel. So the only one judging you is you at the end of it all. And it's very enlightening. It's very enlightening. There's been a lot of writings and teachings about that kind of thing. Anyway, I'm just kind of adding it in there because it applies here. The only thing that can get in your way is you. Other people see you succeeding. Other people see you doing stuff. It's great. Potential final outcome for you, red with 7 wands, the 6 of swords. It's what I said. It's a smooth month. It is a very smooth month. I've got the bottom of the deck here with the Star, the Magician, the King of Cups, the Empress, and Success. It's that little bit underneath. The universe is only putting this here. Why would it put a sun and happy cards here? You know, we need, fine, if you are one of those people where, no, Steve, I'm the sun and all happy cards here, I'm never like that, then that part isn't for you. We need this here, so I talk about what I'm saying for the people that need to hear it. For the rest of you, it's a smooth month. Smooth as silk. If you're defensive to that smoothness, that's going to end quickly. All right? It is what it is. Let's go. Let's go. Let's clarify. 7 of Wands. Here you are. It's all about perspective, though. It is what it is. Okay. You always got to look at the big picture of things. If you look at the small picture, you end up screwing yourself. You know, it is what it is. 7 of Wands. Why is it here? Welcome to June 2026. All right. The good news is you are moving forward. You are doing things. You could do a lot better if you get rid of this. If you've already gotten rid of it, if this is a sun card for you instead of a disappointment, then good for you. All right, good for you. But there's somebody that needed to hear this, and I even picked up on that energy when I was writing the blog article. You know, I said, you know, and yes, I was really eating Chinese food, which is not why I mentioned Feng Shui, but it was just kind of funny. I noticed at the time I was writing, I'm like, oh my God, I'm talking about this shit. I'm eating fucking Mushu pork. Fucking hell. All right, here we go. 7 of Wands. Here we go. It's crossed by the 2 of Cups. You have this. Okay, I'll just talk in general. I've already said enough about this stuff. But my God, what the hell? You've got a reason to get up in the morning in fucking June. You've got something to believe in, something to fight for. I'm going to put it that way. We've already talked about the negative aspect here. I'm not going to go back to that. Okay? I've covered it. And I'm blown away that it showed up in the reading because as I was reading the energy and writing the article, it was there. Somebody's going, well, I'm just going to be disappointed, but fine, I'll move the thing. Oh, don't even fucking bother if that's your fucking attitude. Do not. You're just going to hurt yourself. Just leave everything the same. And June, just make June a regular month for you. Oh, God. Oh, man. Definitely read my blog article. All right, I talked about that. Make sure you're happy with stuff. Right here, though, now on the other side of it, for everyone else, we're talking about something, a reason to believe in. Something to believe in. A reason to get up in the morning. A reason to have a fire in your belly. Returning. What's on top? Chariot. Yep. You feel it. Other people feel it. You're getting up in the morning. You're springing up out of bed, provided you're not the disappoint person that I talked to, which is a percentage of people, which I only mentioned so you stop it. Okay? But yeah, you got something to fight for here in June. Something to get you excited. Something that makes you want to get out of bed or maybe stay in it if it's a person. Right? All right, there you go. Why is the Chariot here? The Knight of Cups. Yeah. I believe for most of you, it's Steve's Love Tarot. Could be career. It could be a career opportunity or a business you start with somebody. It could be. But I believe for most of you, it's a love opportunity. Or, it's somebody, or you approach somebody or somebody approaches you. Again, there's a reason to stay in the bed. Right there. Good. So that's good. A reason to spring out of bed in the morning. And look at that. The Chariot there. Other people feel your Chariot. It's right there. That person might be feeling your Chariot. And yeah, that's a euphemism. Why is I'm not even going to bother. Because it's just going to give me the negative shit. I wanted the positive shit. Underneath that 2 of Cups, by the way, is a Knight of Pentacles. There's something here for you to be philosophical about. June teaches you something. He's philosophical. He's philosophical about the water. He's sitting on the edge of it. We're holding a big pentacle. Wearing protection. You're sort of in a safe place to sort of look at your life and go, what have I been doing? Well, look at where I am. Why do I love? Why do I want that? And there's a balance to be had. There's a chance for you to get some valuable perspective this month. And again, we had the Hangman randomly at the bottom of this when we picked it up. I got the Chariot right there. You feel it. You're moving on it. You're determined. Some reason to get up in the morning. Other people see it too. Let's talk about it. Let's do it. Tell me about the Chariot, because it came up twice. It's the theme energy of the soulmate cycle. That's a plus. It's here mostly for you right here because of determination, right? And I did say June offers an opportunity for you to maybe make a relationship work that hasn't worked before. You're determined to make something work. Or you're determined to have something work out with somebody new. There's a lot of determination. It could apply to a business as well. Things go in your favor. Things are inclined to go your way with the Two of Cups crossing here. Right? So again, knock it off. I'm always disappointed. There's no absolutes. There's no such thing as always. You're not always disappointed. If you are, if it seems to happen every time, it's because you say stupid shit like I'm always disappointed. You tell yourself that and you believe it. You feel it. Right? It's like those affirmations. I am a great person. I am terrific. If you don't believe it, it's just fucking words. It's not worth the air it's floating on. You got to have feeling to it. If you feel it, well, then you'll start to believe it. And you'll start to attract that kind of energy. It has to have intention. Intention is feelings. It's just another way of saying it. You can't just stand in the mirror and do lip service. I'm great. I'm terrific. I'm total crap. I'm always disappointed. That kind of a thing. Okay. So you actually believe you're crap, but you're saying in the mirror that you're terrific. No, that's not how anything works. All right? All right, here we go. Let's see where we go. You can't even do that in the real world. You can't walk into your boss's office and say, you're terrific. I really like you. And then turn to the person next to you and go, but he's shit. He's total shit. Right? You can't do that. It doesn't work. It's the same thing. It's no different. I just brought it from the 5D to the 3D. That's all. Whether you tell yourself or standing in an office with people. The Chariot. I'm just stalling while I'm shuffling for the Chariot. It's crossed by the Six of Cups. I believe this month you try something from the past again. And I did come up in my write-up. That did show up. I believe you try something from the past again. People see your determination to make it work this time. And I think it does. I'm going to clarify that, but what's on top? The Page of Cups. Yeah. Why is that here? The Four of Cups. I'll phrase it this way. It doesn't have to be new love. Obviously, I've said for a lot of you it's love. It's Steve's love tarot, so we'll keep it love, right? Other people see you determined to make a relationship work. I think they're secretly hoping that you don't. And that's so fucking common of people, it's ridiculous. And we talked about that in a recent reading. It's why people like me become hermits. You just can't. I walk into a room, I read micro expressions, I read the energy. I can read somebody in a second. Like that. 1 second, I know more about them than you talking to them for a half an hour. Because they're probably telling you a bunch of lies in what they're saying. Somebody says they're happy for you. They need to have little squinty lines around their eyes. And I think I mentioned that in a recent reading. They never do. All I see is envy. Oh, they get the steely eyes at you, right? The skin tightens up around the eyes. That's a very common thing. You could fact check me on it if you want, but I know my micro expressions, and that's not even all that micro. That's just pretty much standard. At the end of the day here, people see you trying to make something work, trying to start over, either with a new love or new passion or a new business, and they're secretly hoping that you fail. You should know that. You should know that happens all the time. It's not that they hate you or the people around you want you to fail. It's envy on some level. Or the old, why isn't it me? Why aren't I like that? Well, I wish I had their energy, right? I think the people around you might be in this. I would do something. Most people aren't going to take advantage of this energy. Most people in the world are not going to read my blog article. Most people in the world can't even read people. They just wear their mask and other people wear their masks and two people with masks on talking to each other, right? It's called small talk. It makes me sick to my stomach every time it happens, That's most people. Most people out there in the world are going to not take proper advantage of the energy June has to offer. You have the opportunity to do that. You get what my friends get. You know, it's not an email from me, but it's a reading and a write-up. You know, you get a chance to understand the potential of the time period anyway. All right? Tell me about the Knight of Wands. I think this is like somebody coming at you with are you sure? Are you sure this is what you want? You might get some of that from other people. With whatever you're doing. Whatever your reason for getting out of bed in the morning is, or staying in bed, right, if you catch my drift. But whatever your reason is, whatever your reason for this chariot is, and this new zest for life you've got, you're going to get the old, because of this, are you sure? Are you sure this is what you want to do? It's the most fucking, you know what? Most people, I'll tell you something. I very rarely, people like me, we take advice from other people. We will listen to other people. But with me, and I've told you this before, the final decision always lies with me. Other people's opinions are separate. They're in a separate little box. Okay? Keep that in mind here with this. If you're like most people base their decisions, they can't make a decision about anything without calling 5 people to find out what they think. Right? I'm the opposite. I don't care what they think. I might listen to it, but at the end of the day, I make the final call about anything that affects my life. Make sure you do that here. Make sure you, and that might be what that Knight of Pentacles is talking about, waxing philosophical, where you get to decide what makes you, what direction you go in. You're making the decision, and I think you get to see that, right? Other people going to try and jam you up. Two of Pentacles, and I'm right. I'm spot on there, right? Oh, you're moving too quickly. This is my Knight of Wands who doesn't think they need to read the instructions. You know, people, are you sure? Are you sure? There's supposed to be those bolts left over after you. Are you sure? Right? I know. You know what you're doing here. These are solid energies. All right. What's on top? The Queen of Wands. Yeah. Again, superficial energy. You're missing something. Are you sure? Right? Oh, I want to punch this. I want to punch the are you sure person right now. Okay? Why is that here? Judgment. Yeah. Welcome to most people. Right? Judgy fuckers who never did anything themselves. Most people never did a damn thing, but they're perfectly happy to judge you for what you're doing. You know? You get it all the time. Get a YouTube channel, right? You get people that have never even tried, never even do anything. They're not doing a damn thing, but they're judging you for doing something. Hey, your attitude, ignore them. It's not worth giving your energy to. But in the back of your mind, you kind of go, hey, at least I'm helping people. Oh, what are you doing? Bitching? What the hell's that? At the end of the day here, that's what's going on here. It's karma. Other people's karma is falling on them. Other people's inactivity, the people around you, it's falling on them this month. Why? Probably because the new energy flow affects everybody. Probably because you made a quick move and you didn't have a negative attitude about it and you allowed for the fresh energy to come in and you're utilizing the fresh energy. Other people won't. And like I said, that fresh energy will get jammed up and it won't have anywhere to flow and it'll pass them by. So their life feels stale. Their life feels stale. They see you making things work, determined. They see your chariot because it came out here. So what do they want to do? They want to rain on your fucking parade. That's what they want to do. So you're getting that in advance. Don't ever be surprised by it. It's what most people do. Ask any psychologist. They will agree with me 1,000%. I promise you. All right? My God. I've read all the same books they have and studied people all the same way. It is what it is. 6 of Swords. All right, here we go. Be your own best friend. Stop looking out, start looking in. All right? My God. Other people don't want you to succeed because then it makes them feel bad for not succeeding. All right. 6 of Swords flew out. It's a 2 of Wands. It flew out sideways. Well, it's like that, but I'll take it. It's not reversed. Why is that here? The 9 of Cups. You can make plans for your life, and 10 pentacles crossing it that you never could do before. Effortlessly. Effortlessly. You decide you want to do it, you get it. You decide you want it, you get it. You decide that you want to move in this direction, the Red Sea is parted for you, and you can do it. You decide you want to buy the house, right? In June, you decide we're going to buy a house. All of a sudden, everything over the next few months, that flow comes in and everything falls into place, and probably down the road you get it without too much trouble. I see it right here with the 10 of Pentacles. You have a chance effortlessly to better your life. So make sure you're making decisions for you. And make sure if somebody says to you, are you sure? Yeah, you fucking clock them in the mouth at the very least. I can't promote violence, so hit them with a pillow. But at the end of the day, God, yeah, I'm fucking sure. And if you ask me that again, I'm going to hit you with a pillow. All right, 3 cards from the bottom and a crossing card. What do we get? What do we get? What do you want to tell my people before we go pull some wicked voodoo? I want to know about this. I got a Knight of Cups to pull on. I'm going to pull on your love life in the extended. Because I see it here. Maybe you're rejuvenating a relationship with somebody, right? Bringing it back to life or whatever. Other people's karma's falling on them. It's not your karma. You got no karma falling on you except self-fulfilling prophecy if you get all negative. Which I knew a percentage would when I was writing that article. I knew it. I just didn't think it'd come out in this reading. I mean, the overview reading is essentially a reading on my monthly articles. And here it is. I felt this as I was writing it. Which is why I think unless I edited it out, I think I added a paragraph where I called somebody out for an imaginary energy out on not wanting to do it. How fucking lazy are you? I am just telling you to move a pen on your desk, pretty much. I'm not telling you to move a couch or take your front door off and paint it and put it back on upside down. You don't have to do much, Some people have just lost faith, that's all. It happens. It happens. All right, three cards from the bottom. A crossing card. What else? Ace of Swords, Judgment, the Hermit, the 3 of Wands. What's under that? 8 of Cups. You're moving into it. Can I just paraphrase? And we can get the fuck out of here. Okay? Because I'm tired. All I hear is this echo here. Are you sure? Are you sure this is what you want to do? Are you sure? Are you sure you're really happy? Oh, fuck off. All right? You're moving into a new phase. June is the month. Maybe the energy's just setting up. Maybe it happens. I don't know. But June 2026 is the month where you say goodbye to some people. I believe you do. You can't take everybody with you in this new 3 of Wands direction. You can't. There's an implied 4 of Wands here. 10 Pentacles. The road to it, that's the lead in. You can't take everybody with you. You say some goodbyes. People will show you who they are. I'm going to take you back to that Knight of Pentacles that was crossing over here. I said you're waxing philosophical. You are. You get a moment. There's a moment in June to pause, to sit in the field, relax, and just think for a moment about people's behavior around you and what they've done and who they are and what they mean to you and whether or not you're past the expiration date. There's a lot of that happening, okay? And it's karma falling on their head, not you. You're evolving. Can I put it that way? You're evolving in a big way. This is the point. Well, it's the point where your vibration either begins to rise, which is why I'm compelled in these readings, like this one here, to tell you what people like me are like, okay, versus what most people are like, okay? It's important you understand. Your vibration's going up. You may find yourself in the future, if your vibration gets high enough, becoming more of a hermit. It's okay. It's fine. It makes you a very unique person. There are certain things that only hermits, only special, very, very special people do by themselves, that other people need other people to do. One of those things is making a fucking decision, by the way. That is your reading. It's wonderful. It's a terrific read for you. You're evolving. But you may have to say goodbye to some people. All right? Can't take everybody with you on this journey. So definitely wax philosophical with it. And definitely just say, yeah, I know what I'm doing. All right? Make your own decisions for sure in June. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. If you want the extended, there's a couple of links at the top of the description. We got a lot to talk about, including a Knight of Cups. This could be somebody coming towards you. Could be somebody already in your life. I don't know. Or maybe you go towards somebody. I don't know. We'll see. That's your reading. Good luck.